Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So straight into the action. And no, that was never going to make it. Dembele aims beyond the defence. Now it's Doué. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being...
Oh, good climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Ricardo Rodriguez. And it's Rodriguez. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
No, he's not getting past him there. Dembele. Spread out to the left. And Doué. Rabiot. Hernandez. And it's Koundé. Elise. Quarter of an hour played. And here's Mbappe. He's beaten the last man. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Switzerland yet to have an attempt on goal. Chouameni. And it's Doué. And Hernandez. Great vision. Can he finish? Now, how often do you see that?
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Zakaria. Vargas. Elise. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe receives it in, and he shoots!
Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! France! And France are in front.
Doué
Duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Zakaria.
Switzerland really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Okafor. Now it's Vargas. He's going for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Chouameni. Hernandez. And it's Hernandez. Distributed tidily for Olise. Knocks it into space.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
No, that's been intercepted. Vargas. Okafor in acres of space out wide. So no flag here. Has to go back here.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He's found a way through. Olise with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Now it's Okafor, and it's Xhaka. Olise. And it's Koundé. Dembele. Olise. To Rabiot. And that's going wide left. Doué has found the net here, of course. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Out towards the flank. No way through, so back it comes. Okafor! Superb from Okafor! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Reader. And it's half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. France get the second half going. Chouameni. And it's Chouameni.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Now it's Doué. Flashes it across. Granit Xhaka. Oh, good read. And Rida. Zakaria. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Okafor. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rabiot. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Olise. Showing good feet. And it's Dembele. It's Dembele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Granit Xhaka.
Reader. Dembele. Chouameni. Dembele. He's looking wide. And it's Doué. That's Rabiot. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Looking for options for movement. Granit Xhaka. And here's Doué. Can he get it through? And that's been won straight back. And here's Doué. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Substitutions taking place.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
To replace him is number 15.
Reader. Zakaria. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Saliba. Hernandez. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Vargas. Sal. And here's Mbolo. And Reader. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koundé. And it's Chouameni. To Rabiot. Koundé. Now Saliba. That's destined for the flank. He's on it, can he get away? And a header! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Saliba. Rabiot. This is a promising build-up. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now, this could be a chance. Hernandez. And Cherki. Rabiot. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerve.
Decent chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Barcola fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Substitution.
They've played it short. Mbappe! Oh, such a clever touch. Rodriguez is there, and he can get that clear. Tries to play it through. That's the keeper's ball. The final 5 minutes. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Well, he's not going to get any further than that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's Akliouche. Zakaria. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rida. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Vargas. And that is not getting there. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Oh, this looks sharp. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Perilously close. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. Might be danger here. Well, that is commitment to the cause. Senegal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Gay. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this boy, Tomiyasu. You get just about the full package with him, the technical ability, versatility, he's got that tactical discipline in his game, and he's undoubtedly had all that drummed into him from an early age. He's been on my radar since he's impressed me with his ability to play both centrally and in a wider position.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Kamara, now it's Dia, now it's Diatta. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Showing great feet there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Dia. Senegal are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Spread to the right. He's in plenty of space here. And he's there to clear it. And it's Diatta. Diatta! It's anyone's ball now. Kamada. And that pass just didn't quite work. Dia knocks it into space. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. This looks promising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Diatta. Oh, good spread. Now it's Doan. Kamara. Kubo. Oh, that's a key interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
That is good alertness. Now it's Diatta. And it's Camara.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Good ball. Goes for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Kamada. Dia. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Kubo. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Mane. Kamara. Tries to play it through. Real chance here. And he can clear it away. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now this could be a chance. Another pass just... And the finish! Brilliant from Dia!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart from just counting the clock down as we approached half-time. It was majestic. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Senegal come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Senegal leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. Senegal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And it's Kamada. Some really good ball movement. Diatta. Gay. There will be a throw-in. Nagatomo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Doan. Diatta. Being still separated by the game's only goal. No, again there's no way through. And Mane! Off the bar! But he's left disappointed.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
Tomiyasu. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Now it's Dia. Mane. Oh, just skips past his man. Mane! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Senegal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Now it's Mane. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Japan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's come to nothing. Kubo. And it's Kamada. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Dia being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Gay looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mane. Kamada. It's Doan. Kamada. Kubo. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's a good ball out wide. Now it's Doan. Some intricate passing, looking to progress. Shot at goal! And he's stuck it away!
Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Senegal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
À sa place, le numéro 12.
Ito. Kubo. Distributed tidily. Kamada. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, it's come loose.
Oh no, this does not look good.
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le numéro 7.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Gay spots it and intercepts.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. I think we're just about done here. This is a promising build-up. It's a really well-measured ball.
Japan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And that is a little undercooked.
Additionnel, 3 minutes.
And it's Kamada. Liakate. Kamara. Now it's Dia. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
And that is that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned...
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very...
Tiata! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Seri. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's worked it through. And that's an excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Senegal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's having a hit! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
This is a promising build-up. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Sadio Mane. He's one of the paciest players around, Peter. He's a very dangerous dribbler and a fine finisher to boot. I particularly like the way he gives defenders a headache by drifting across the forward line, looking for gaps to probe and spaces to get into. I think he's going to be a really huge asset for this team.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And it's Camera. Been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Quarter of an hour played. Fofana. Neither side yet able to find the net. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, no joy this time.
Ivory Coast always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can't. Oh, terrible pass. Mane. Now it's Diatta. That's been cut out, well played. Fofana. Diatta. And it's Mane. And he cuts out the supply. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kessié. That's destined for the flank. It's a promising position. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Jacobs. Kamara. Oh, that's a key interception. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Corner. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Some really good ball movement. Kamara. No, that's been intercepted. Kessié. Corner. Niakate deals with that comfortably. And Kessié. Diatta. And the counter is on. Kessié. He's looking wide. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And he's let fly! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Yeah, whether it's knockdowns or headers, you'll know he'll fight for it.
That is a brilliant interception. And he can thump it away. Senegal have the chance to go the other way. Dia picks it up out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Mane. And he's lost his man here.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
The final seconds now. Knocks it out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break. He shoots! They've scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And a trademark move ends with the... He's having a shot! No, just not quite.
Dia is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Diatta. He's in a great position here. He's having a pop! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Senegal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And he goes cross-field. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now that looks a decent ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Diatta gets flagged offside. Senegal choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Now it's Diatta. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Diatta receives it in a good position here. There's the shot! And a goal! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simple...
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Gay, Mane, now it's Diatta. Shot could be on, Mane! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, what about it? This is going right to the wire. Sarr, a probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, there's the clearance.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le numéro 8. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 6.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
And it's Jacobs. Goes for a shot! Goal! Senegal! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Senegal have their lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's good play. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Sarr. Guesson. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Diatta. I think we're just about done here. Gay. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Ndiaye.
Senegal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Nicely aimed pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Ndiaye. Sarr. Oh, nice touch. Diakite. And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So things are underway. He's had it taken off him. And it's McKennie. Threads one in. Oh, that's neat. Adams. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Now it's McKennie. Balogun. And the shot! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Gabriel. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Passing is crisp and sharp. Balogun! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Where? Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Balogun here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Lucas Paqueta. Alexandro. And it's Paqueta. Stood up well to him there.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nicely shaped ball. Great ball, and he's in here. And that has been cleared. Eva Nielsen.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He's on it. Can he get away? Lucas Paqueta. Eva Nielsen. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Robinson. And Richards. Adams. Now it's Weir. McKennie. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Weir. Tries to... He's had a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
The United States really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Steaming on... And the finish! In he goes again! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Weir actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Richards. Adams. And Richards. Dest. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Neymar. Alexandro. Muscular approach does pay off here. Rafinha. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. McKennie. Now it's Balogun.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that's a lovely exchange. And the shot! The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
There will
Robinson.
be 1 minute at a time.
Adams. Oh, important interception.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
The United States have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Looking tidy in possession here. Eva Nielsen. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Weir.
This is the time you need that pace.
Adams.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Weir is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Richards. And it's Weir.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Weir. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Rafinha. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. That's really well cleared. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Great feat, that.
He is through here. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And that's a good ball. Can he finish? And no mistake. Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Where? Now it's Balogun. Look at the space. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
The United States restore parity. Big chance! But he's left disappointed. The United States have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
In with the challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Eva Nielsen. Looking for options for movement.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Brazil really will have to throw everything at this now. He'll try from distance! Brilliant by Eva Nielsen! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And again they hit the front! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 14.
Brazil have their lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Danilo. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Brazil really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Richards. Here's Adams. Andre Santos producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
3 minutes added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Here's a sharp little ball here. Shot, surely! And that's a sharp finish. And right near the end, we have parity. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Back to parity, and there's barely... Decent chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality. And that's that. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
Things already rolling. Bakula! And that was struck with genuine force. Goretzka looking for the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here, showing good feet. Leveling makes a move down the right. Has crossed into the middle. Rabiot tries to clear. Leveling, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
And here's Havertz. Engages and forces him off the ball. Tromeni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, nicely intercepted. Conte. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most is his decision-making, which has been grown through his youth years. That comes from his wonderful understanding of the space around him, and he can dictate the tempo of his play accordingly. And he's going to be a superstar in years to come.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And here's Musiala. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? And he's taking no chances there. Goretzka. Wirtz stood his ground strongly. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's had a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Nemecha. Oh, no joy this time. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Havertz. Gives it back.
Wirtz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Schlotterbeck cuts it out. Now it's Havertz. Havertz. And here's Wirtz. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Chance here to counter. And it's Musiala. Musiala. Conte. Now it's Olise. That has been cut short. Wirtz. Great vision. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Chouameni, Hernandez. That's Rabiot. Now it's Mbappe. Rabiot. Mbappe. Now it's Barcola. And this is Kante. He's got away. He's having a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Over to the right flank. And here's Havertz. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tar makes the interception. Goretzka. Nemecha. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Musiala with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Musiala has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And he's making progress on the ball. Swings in across.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Rabiot. Now Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Rabiot. And it's Rabiot. Olise. And the shot's on here.
France have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Can he get it through? Wirtz, and here, there's the shot! Sensational from Wirtz!
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
Germany are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And he takes a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Wirtz. Germany are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's levelling. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to challenge.
Header! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Numéro 7. Changement.
So the manager can make a change.